Right to the air. Here's Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. One play in the end zone of a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline, and my coach said, so what in a scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not guess that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a short pickup to about the 25. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry now for David Montgomery. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, wasn't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And it's a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came out with lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that. But a very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Off play action, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage. in getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First and 10, here's Murray. This to McLaurin out on the left. And oh, it caught it up, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kyler Murray. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from near the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. It's caught. It's Miller. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On the return, Jackson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds. We were
all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run with Sanders. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 41, Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do...
And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the turnover, here's Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Murray now. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 68 yards. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. Now Murray off play action. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Now left side on the swing pass. Stiff-armed him. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra balls.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now. Light a fire under these.
Touchdown, Washington. Darius Slayton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders extend their lead yet again. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Right back to Sanders on first down. A gain of 3, second down. On play action, Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. A final shot before half for Murray. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Play fake. Murray. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they work this out past the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Darren Waller, 72 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another run here with Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Fields. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They snap it to Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Inside handoff to Mixon. And some room to work. Fights through it. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 7-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He's got the hook up to Miller. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I know we're there of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit from the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And he'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Mixing up the middle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Mixon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.